The voice that instills trust.
My experience, based on what I've done in the last 20 years, these are the times where you don't panic, and if you stay committed to your financial planning, you'll be rewarded. The bulls are saying, look, this is markets which are telling you that the future will be much brighter than what the past was.
The voice that commands respect.
You should remember that every bull market is higher than the last one.
The voice that is always ahead of the curve.
Maybe later this summer, I'll buy more gold and silver.
Domestic is already at 60% capacity and going towards 80%, but we need more growth in international.
The voice that does not falter.
How do you convert this crisis into an opportunity? We will become stronger. We will survive this storm. With each passing day, this market is only telling you that if you've participated on every decline, you've actually made money.
Catch India's most experienced market anchor.
Welcome back, and you're watching Buy Now Sell Now on ET Now. Let's bring on board our experts for today. We have Kunal Bothra as well as Vikas Sethi. And Vikas Sethi, firstly, I'm going to come to you. Very good morning to you. And what I want to understand, in terms of investors, how should they be protecting themselves? Right now the market that continues to be seeing a bit of a volatility, subdued trade coming in. What should an investor be doing to protect themselves?
Good morning, Vinny. Good morning, Adhiraj, and good morning, Kunal. Now, as far as our markets are concerned, we've seen tremendous resilience and strength in our markets, despite the fact that international cues have been negative for quite some time. And although they've started being positive over the last, say, a month or so, but we have been resilient. And I think we are in a very sweet spot. Our macroeconomic indicators are extremely good. Yesterday, we saw the GST numbers. They were in excess of 1.52 lakh crores, which was, again, a very good number. And corporate earnings also for this quarter have been good. So as far as investors are concerned, I think they should be looking at any correction in our markets because of any event. So today we have Fed's rate hiking announcement due. So in case markets are prepared for a 0.75% hike, but if the commentary is not good, then there might be some correction. But then I think that should be used as an opportunity to accumulate good quality stocks. And I'm extremely positive on Indian markets from a long-term point of view. The only thing is you need to remain with quality stocks and need to be invested for long-term.
Okay, Vikas, thank you so much for that. But let's get started with all your stock-related queries. Yes, we are a bit delayed, but we will be taking queries till the end of the show today. And obviously, we have Kunal Bothra as well as Vikas Sethi with us. I'm going to ask the first question to you, Kunal. And this one is coming in on SBI cards from Madhuri. And she wants to know SBI cards mid-term view, technical view on this one. She's bought it at 942. Should she average sell? What's your view on this one?
So I would suggest to hold on to the stock as of now. The only concern is that on the weekly charts, many of the indicators like the MACD, etc., are showing signs of possibly a zone where the stock may start into a corrective phase. So we may wait out for maybe another week or so. Keep a stop loss of this, of 800 on this trade. If the stock breaks below this 800 mark and possibly say gives a weekly closing below the 800 level, that could be a point where you may look to exit.
Viewers, do stay on with us. We'll be taking your queries, but we have a special address coming in from Shri Sajjan Jindal, the chairman of JSW Group at the Global Investor Meet 2022. Let's go across and listen in.
For over 2 decades, Karnataka has held its position as one of the most preferred investment destinations in India, truly representing the government's one state, many opportunities mantra. The World Economic Forum has identified Karnataka amongst the top 4 innovation hubs in the world. While the state is distinguished as the knowledge hub of Asia and boasts the largest number of R&D centers in India, our platform to achieve Honorable Prime Minister's Jai Anusandhan and force multiplier for our nation's growth. In fact, Honorable Prime Minister also mentioned that 40% of India's R&D centers are in Bangalore. But for Bangalore, it did not become India's Silicon Valley and research hub overnight, nor by fluke. It took a bold vision coupled with immense dedication and from political leaders and bureaucrats to bring about this ecosystem and sustain its growth. Across decades, there has been consistency in governance and unwavering support for industries, irrespective of changes in political leadership, and this I find to be the most unique trait of doing business in Karnataka. Additionally, the state is gifted with a portfolio of rich natural resources, and it is this blend of natural wealth and robust governance that makes Karnataka so attractive. Let me dwell a little bit about my personal experience about Karnataka. Karnataka state and the city of Bangalore holds a very special place in my heart. I must share with you a small incident that how we all ended up in Karnataka. My uncle, Shri S.R. Jindal, who heads Jindal Aluminium here in Bangalore. So he was in Haryana, and in 1965-66, he decided he was looking to build his industrial empire and was looking for which state to invest in. And he was touring all of India and landed up in Bangalore. And here in Bangalore, he was, when he met the industry secretary at that time, I don't know, he never shared the name of the secretary, but the industry secretary referred to him, he was all of 31-year-old, referred to him as sir. So my uncle was very surprised because he came from Haryana where, people are not very, so when he was referred to as sir, he was very shocked. And then he liked the place and he decided that this is the state.
Right. Continuing back with our queries now. Kunal, I'm coming to you for this one. Mr. Parsi is writing to us from Bangalore. He's asking about Apollo hospitals. When is a good time to enter? And if he does, how long should he hold for?
See, I think Apollo Hospital, frankly, has been a very tricky kind of a stock. It tends to give you a breakout, on the medium-term charts, but then the stock has a tendency of reversing very rapidly from those breakout levels, and then, trying to retrace quite a lot from those breakout points. For example, earlier, I think in the month of August somewhere is where the stock had given a breakout above the 4,600 mark, fell rapidly back towards 4,000 levels, and then made a dash back again towards 4,600, 700 in the month of September. So again, a very similar kind of a chart for Apollo Hospital. I would not recommend this as one of the preferred bets, from the hospital space. I think from the pharma pack, if you're looking to buy specifically, then I would recommend either a Zydus Life at current levels or maybe even a Sun Pharma.
Vikas, this next query we have is coming in from Vishwanathan Nair from Kuala Lumpur, and this one is on delivery. They bought 100 shares of delivery at 381 rupees per share. What's your outlook on this one? Should they average hold?
No, as far as delivery is concerned, the stock has clearly been beaten down recently. But I think at the levels which the stock currently trades at, although the investor is sitting on some losses, but I think at the current levels, one should keep holding on to the stock. I think over a period of time, the stock will perform. So I'll maintain a hold at the current levels.
Right. Good morning, Vikas. Adhiraj here. Anil Jaisingh is writing to us from Delhi. He has two queries. The first one on GAIL at 90 has 2,000 shares and GMM at 1,834. For both of them, he's asking, should he add more?
No, as far as both the stocks are concerned, the fundamentals of both the stocks are good. As far as GAIL is concerned, although the stock does not create a lot of wealth, but from a dividend perspective and stable kind of stock, I think it's a good pick and he could continue to hold on to it. And GMM Fodler has given tremendous upside. It's created humongous wealth for long-term shareholders, and I think it will continue to do so. So I remain bullish on this. Although valuations look a bit expensive, so any correction in the stock would be a buying opportunity. And since the investor has already bought into the stock, I would maintain a hold. He should continue to hold on to the stock.
Kunal, this next query is coming in on PNB Housing. This one is from Satya, and they want to know whether it's a good stock to hold for a mid-term, 6 to 12 month time period.
Well, it's an okay or average kind of a chart. I would not say a very exciting kind of a chart. The stock has a good base at 300, 325, but then it also tends to get into a flip-flop kind of a rally in between. So, for example, the recent rally where the stock topped out at 460, it's now corrected back towards 427. So, not very, very exciting as a chart from the entire financial services space. So, I would probably skip the stock.
Right. Kunal, Vikas, stay with us. As on that note, we completely going to slip into a short break. My apologies. But we'll be right back with your query segment. So, viewers, keep the questions coming.
DCX system ne kunj dalmia. Only on ET Now.
The rupee depreciation is only helping further that the seller of that commodity in India benefits.
Speculation is as old as the hill. We started off the correction with the scare of interest rates rising.
I don't think the sanctions go away within a couple of weeks. They will stay for some more time.
For anybody who has a 3 years time frame, I think next 6 months would give good entry points.
I think from a medium to long-term perspective, I think we should still be fine even from here.
Now things are exactly as what you had shared with us. We are staring at India like never before.
Absolutely. And people are not realizing it. I wish every Indian felt that. But time is that नास्तिक है उसको आस्तिक मत बनाओ, समय बना देगा.
For an SIP investor, next 2-3 years, is there a probability and a possibility of a double-digit return?
And although it's difficult to predict, return will be more than 10 lakh.
Nikunj, you are a very seasoned market observer, and therefore you may hit the nail on the head.
I think you have always kept the focus on the retail investor, and I think it's again a very apt, very good question.
Nikunj, first of all, thank you so much. You are one person I've always enjoyed interacting throughout last 15-20 years.
The problem on coming on your channel is that you already know everything. I just heard your introduction. And what can anybody add to that?
It's not always about buy, sell or profit loss.
After a gap down start, there is no buying.
It's about making you market ready with insights from the foremost market anchors.
Stocks open sharply.
The Nifty Bank Index is down. Momentum has in fact come into the market.
And the views from top-notch technical analysts. Join them talking business, markets and earnings every trading day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. only on ET Now.
It's the daily grind that gets me going. Beating myself over the details. The tiny bits, the nuggets you tuck away. Somewhere you spot smoke and you look for the fire. At the end of the day, you don't want the froth. You want to skim the foam. And get your caffeine kick in a way that it hits that sweet spot. Yeah, just like a good cup of coffee. A real story with all the right elements that connects all the dots does not come in an instant. I'm Vikram Oza. Join me on ET Now.
Start your trading day with non-stop updates and uninterrupted trading ideas to power up your portfolio with unmatched experience and analysis from our market experts.
Market right here in ET Now.
Start trying to make a comeback. It's a smart start.
Sensex is up more than 400 points.
Management is now with us. Overvaluation case.
See that 17K.
Watch the opening show from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. ET Now. Break free.
You are India's most experienced market anchor. You don't just ask the right questions, you make statements.
With each passing day, this market is becoming better, and with each passing day, this market is only telling you that if you've participated on every decline, you've actually made money.
If the normalization in the world will happen, demand which in a sense got destroyed will automatically make a comeback.
When you believe in India's growth story, you will be known for your acumen.
The long haul FII who looks at India as still a promised land for an country.
And I'm very, very confident that Karnataka will play a pivotal role in realizing this dream. Our group currently employs over 76,000 people across 10 countries. It has contributed over 2 lakh crores to the exchequer in the last 6 years alone, and has invested 2,000 crores in its CSR programs in the last 5 years. Nand Ghar is our flagship CSR program through which we aim to impact the lives of 7 crore children and 2 crore women across India. With more than 3,600 Nand Ghars already functioning across 14 states, including Karnataka, we are committed to developing 29,000 Nand Ghars across the country. One important accolade of which I am personally very, very proud is that Vedanta, our group, was recently ranked number 6 on the Dow Jones Sustainability Index out of 148 mining companies in the whole world. Our journey is to build one of the most sustainable companies in the world, and the journey doesn't end here. We have committed to invest $5 billion over the next 10 years to become a net zero company by 2050, or most likely much sooner than that. Ladies and gentlemen, the next 30 years will witness a global revolution in energy. Such a dramatic change in the source of energy from fossil to non-fossil has never before been seen since the birth of electricity itself. And Karnataka today has the highest renewable generation, one of the highest renewable generation of any state in India. The future of renewable is hybrid. Plain vanilla wind or plain vanilla solar is no longer sufficient to meet the round-the-clock requirements of customers. Customers want green, affordable and firm power. And Karnataka is the one state which has both wind and solar potential coexisting in the same state. It also has attractive sites for pumped hydro storage, which is a critical component of the round-the-clock value chain. Our group is currently building over 1,000 megawatts of wind-solar hybrid projects in Karnataka, and will export this to smelters, our own smelters, in the states of Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Odisha through the interstate transmission network.
Okay, that was the MD of Sterlite Power, Prateek Agarwal, at the Global Investor Meet 2022. But let's keep it going then with your stock-related queries. Kunal, coming to you. This one is on Adani Enterprises. This query is coming in from Sagar. Wanted to know, how should they be working on it? They'd asked last week about the query at around 3,200 levels. Now, are they too ambitious if they are aiming at around 4,000 coming in for Adani Enterprises, or what should they be doing now?
So I think it's possible that the stock may come back to those or break past about the life high levels. I think Adani Enterprise and most of the other Adani group of stocks over the last 2 trading sessions have shown some very good recovery. The volumes have inched up higher. The prices have managed to give a swing breakout of the short-term chart. So the momentum seems to be now coming back into favor. Now in these kind of scenarios, it's always much better to try and play with the risk reward. So for example, the previous major lows for Adani Enterprise, just around that 3,200 mark approximately, I think that could be a good stop loss for your trade, and you can keep on riding the trend on the upside. So 3,800, which is the previous high, closer to that should be your first level of target, and as now the stock keeps on moving up higher, you can trail the stop loss and tend to ride the uptrend.
Right, Vikas, coming to you now. Sandeep writing to us from Tamil Nadu, holding M&M at 850 and L&T at 1,727. What should he do? Should he book profits or exit? And if and where to invest the money later?
Both the stocks are excellent quality stocks and should be a part of one's long-term portfolio. Both the stocks have really done well. Particularly M&M in the last 1 year has really done exceedingly well. And I think L&T also, with the kind of order book which they have and the kind of results which the company has been declaring quarter on quarter, I think this stock is a no-brainer and would continue to do well over the long period of time. So I would maintain, or I would advise the investor to continue to hold on to both the stocks.
Moving on, the next query we have is on Varun Beverages. This one is from Surana ji. Kunal, Surana ji wants to know whether they should buy Varun Beverages at the current price or should they be waiting for this one?
So I think you can continue to wait on to the stock now. The pace of rally in the last 2 days is intensifying for Varun Beverages, but then the indicators are not as strong as what it was last time around. For example, the last time the stock was at 1190-95 levels. The RSI was almost at 70-71. Prior to that, the RSI was almost at 76-77 for Varun Beverages. And this time around, when the stock is at 1150, the RSI is just about 65 mark. So the momentum seems to be fading out for the stock. So I would not be in a hurry to, I think you should not be in a hurry to buy the stock at current levels, but wait out for a corrective phase. And that could be a good time as well as opportunity to buy.
Right, TP Vinod is writing from Salem, Tamil Nadu. Kunal, this one's for you. Holding 6,500 shares of IDFC First Bank at rupees 39. Want to hold to 90-100 levels. What's the time frame firstly? And also he asks if you can share a 5-year target if possible.
So 5-year target could be a bit extreme, but then I think from a 1 to 2 year perspective, I believe possibly the stock can come back towards the 3-digit mark. So 78 or 79 approximately has been the major high for IDFC First Bank. So I believe that the stock potentially looks to be on course of breaking past about those levels. But then it's very difficult to try and ascertain the time frame for such kind of stocks. Ideally, when you see such kind of a big breakout, we expect the stock to get into a multi-year rally. So you should try to ride the trend. You've already done this from those 35 to 40 plus range where you've bought the stock. So I would suggest to continue to hold on.
Okay. The next query is coming in on IRCTC Vikas. This one is from Jaya Krishnan from Kerala. They are holding IRCTC at around 775 rupees per share, and the time period to hold is around a medium-term outlook that they want. Should they continue to hold, sell or average? What is your view?
No, again, Vinny, it's a good quality stock. The stock has done well, but over the last few months it's corrected also from its highs, and the investor has bought it at a pretty good level. Although it's a bit higher than the current market price, but I don't think there's a cause for concern, and I would maintain a hold. I think this stock would also do well over a period of time, and since the investor is there for the long haul, I think he or she does not need to worry and should continue to hold on to this stock.
Viewers, do hold on with us because we have Karan Adani, the CEO at Adani Ports and SEZ, talking at the Global Investor Meet 2022. Let's go cross and listen in.
Today, even as it continues to pull in visitors from millions, Karnataka is also attracting the best brains in the country, tech-savvy youngsters drawn by stunning aggregation of research, innovation and development in information technology. Honorable Chief Minister, your government's alignment with our nation's vision to become the world's digital hub has produced unprecedented growth in Karnataka. $65 billion worth of IT exports, around a third of our nation's total, is undeniable validation of your state's and our nation's rising growth trajectory. And it is also very clear that our intention to build for world is eminently practical. It is a mix of astute and efficient governance that has brought business houses like Adani Group to Karnataka. Having already invested over 20,000 crores, we are active in multiple sectors ranging from cement, power, city gas and edible oil to transport, logistics and of course digital. We are the largest independent power producer in the state. Our 1200 megawatt Udupi power plant accounts for almost 25% of Karnataka's total installed thermal capacity. We also have an installed renewable energy capacity of nearly 1100 megawatts spread across 21 locations. And as the world's largest solar power developer, Adani Group will be investing more in renewable energy sector in Karnataka. We have an installed cement manufacturing capacity of more than 7 million tons across 4 plants in Karnataka. And we will be looking at expanding our footprint in this sector as well. On the coastal side, in Dakshina Kannada and Udupi district, we are ramping up our operations. the Mangaluru International Airport is undergoing a facelift, and we will be expanding as that airport as well. And as we are widening the reach of our city gas distribution network, with CNG stations coming up at 11 key locations and laying 50 kilometers of piped CNG gas lines. Through fortune, the nation's top food FMCG brand, Adani Wilmar too, is upsizing its presence in Mangaluru. Through Adani Foundation, we are intensifying our social intervention and outreach program all along the coast in many sectors, including education, community health, rural infrastructure, and sustainable livelihood, touching the lives of over 1.2 million people directly and indirectly. And we will continue to do more in Karnataka. In our journey to be the world's largest integrated transport utility, the Adani Group is extending our port.
Fusion
Consumption and for a growth revival destination, that pretty much is in the game. This crisis has surprised, I would say delighted, and has given birth to a new cult culture, both locally and globally.
Nikunj Dalmia, only on ET Now.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets at Noon. Midway through the trading day, we help you catch all the trading action
and get the bigger picture of the equity markets.
We help you screen through all the clutter and get you research insights.
Master the market sentiment during the most active trading hour of the day.
Get exceptional winning strategies from our technical analysts as well as expert views coming in from the market makers. Catch Markets at Noon every trading day only on ET Now.
Rakesh Junwala wants to go easy on trading. He does not want to trade as aggressively as he did, let's say, couple
but
of years ago.
I always used to, I have felt that for the last 25 years. कि क्या करो अभी छोड़ दो ट्रेडिंग में, वो छुट्टी नहीं.
Once a trader, always a trader. Rakesh Junwala is a very quick decision maker. Some of our common friends tell me that you take a decision to invest millions in 10 minutes. You don't take hours, you take minutes. How does it work?
You got to catch the vital points. And second thing, remember you know, I want analysis paralysis. You're investing in a future which is uncertain. You cannot predict it beyond a point.
In individual sectors.
What's the sense that you're getting on volume growth? Just clarify this entire case. What is it going to mean for the business? What else are you looking at?
It's clearly one of the biggest deals.
Here, ET Now have been getting you bit by bit.
The voice that instills trust.
My experience, based on what I've done in the last 20 years, these are the times where you don't panic, and if you stay committed to your financial planning, you'll be rewarded. The bulls are saying, look, this is markets which are telling you that the future will be much brighter than what the past was.
The voice that commands respect.
You should remember that every bull market is higher than the last one.
The voice that is always ahead of the curve.
Maybe later this summer, I'll buy more gold and silver.
Domestic is already at 60% capacity and going towards 80%. But we need more growth in international.
The voice that does not falter.
How do you convert this crisis into an opportunity? We will become stronger. We will survive this storm. With each passing day, this market is only telling you that if you've participated on every decline, you've actually made money.
Catch India's most experienced market anchor, Nikunj Dalmia, only on ET Now.
The rupee depreciation is only helping further that the seller of that commodity in India benefits.
Speculation is as old as the hill. We started off the correction with this.
Welcome back, and you're watching Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now. Let's get started with the rapid fire then. And Kunal, I'm going to come to you with the first query. This one is from Debit Jyoti, and it's on a Bank Nifty holding 40,500 call option. What should they be doing?
So I'm assuming if you are already in the money and making profits, then I think keep a stop loss at 41,000 on the Bank Nifty spot levels and continue to hold on to this option.
Right, Vikas, coming to you for this one, Mr. Sarang is writing to us from Delhi. He's asking for a good level to enter Lemon Tree for the long term.
Yeah, I'm positive on this stock. I've been bullish on the entire hotel sector. I think the current levels around 85 rupees is a good level to buy into this stock. I'm expecting pretty solid set of numbers from this hotel stock for this quarter.
Right. Kunal, Akshun wants to know on RailTel short-term view.
So I think the stock has done reasonably well. I think in the last 1 to 2 months, recovered from 95, 96 to 115 plus. I think you can continue to hold on.
Right, Kunal. Prashant is writing to us at holding Adani Ports 830 call options. He's asking you for a short-term target which you can look at.
So I think if the stock crosses about that 850 mark is where you can start trailing your stop loss. It's still not crossed at 850 levels. That could be a point where you can do to trail. Otherwise, you can continue to hold on.
Because Aditya wants to know on IDFC First Bank, what's your view coming in for a 1-year time period, holding period?
No, again, I'm hooked on the stock and would recommend a hold on this stock. I think once again, upside of 25-30% over the next one.
Right, Anjali is writing to us from Nasik, Kunal. She's asking for a buy call in LIC Housing Finance. The stock is down today, she says. What should she do now? Buy more, and she's also asking for a target.
I would suggest to avoid the stock, especially post the results and the reaction today which the stock has shown. It's also come back below the 200-day moving average, so some weakness in the charts.
Vikas, what's your view on SBI? Vaishali wants to know.
Now again, bullish on SBI, although the stock has run up, and I think it's due to declare its results soon. So I think if one were to invest, thinking about investing in it, I think one could wait for the results. Otherwise, long-term story intact. I'm bullish.
Right, and Praveen's writing to us from Kochi. Vikas asking for South Indian Bank levels. Should he hold? What level should he hold at or sell?
Now again, pretty solid set of numbers for this quarter. I remain bullish, and I think one should continue to hold on to this, and we could easily see levels of 17-18 rupees by end of the year.
Okay, and with that, we're absolutely out of time to take more queries today, viewers, but we will be taking your queries tomorrow. And thank you so much, Kunal, as well as Vikas, for joining with us on the show. With that, we are absolutely out of time on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Thank you so much from Adiraj as well as myself and the team who put the show together.
Share of interest rates rising.
I don't think the sanctions go away within a couple of weeks. They will stay for some more time.
For anybody who has a 3 years time frame, I think next 6 months would give good entry points.
I think from a medium to long-term perspective, I think we should still be fine even from here.
Now things are exactly as what you had shared with us. We are staring at India like never before.
Absolutely. And people are not realizing it. I wish every Indian felt that. But time is that, नास्तिक है उसको आस्तिक मत बनाओ, समय बना देगा.
For an SIP investor, next 2-3 years, is there a probability and a possibility of a double-digit return?
And although difficult to predict, return will be more than 10 lakh.
See, Nikunj, you are a very seasoned market observer, and therefore you may hit the nail on the head.
I think you have always kept the focus on the retail investor, and I think it's again a very apt, very good question.
Nikunj, first of all, thank you so much. You are one person I've always enjoyed interacting throughout last 15-20 years.
The problem on coming on your channel is that you already know everything. I just heard your introduction. And what can anybody add to that?
It's not always about buy, sell or profit loss.
So after a gap down start, there is no buying.
It's about making you market ready with insights from the foremost market anchors.
Stocks open sharply.
The Nifty Bank Index is
buying
down
momentum is in fact coming to the market.
And the views from top-notch technical analysts. Join them talking business, markets and earnings every trading day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. only on ET Now.
It's a daily grind that gets me going. Beating myself over the details. The tiny bits, the nuggets you tuck away. Somewhere you spot smoke and you look for the fire. At the end of the day, you don't want the froth. You want to skim the foam. And get your caffeine kick in a way that it hits that sweet spot. Yeah, just like a good cup of coffee. A real story with all the right elements that connects all the dots does not come in an instant. I'm Vikram Oza. Join me on ET Now.
Start your trading day with non-stop updates and uninterrupted trading ideas to power up your portfolio with unmatched experience and analysis from our market experts.
In the market, right here in ET Now.
Markets are trying to make a comeback. It's a smart start.
Sensex is up more than 400 points.
Management is now with us. Overvaluation case.
See that 17K.
Watch the opening show from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. ET Now. Break free.
When you are India's most experienced market anchor, you don't just ask the right questions, you make statements.
With each passing day, this market is becoming better, and with each passing day, this market is only telling you that if you've participated on every decline, you've actually made money. If the normalization in the world will happen, demand which in a sense got destroyed will automatically make a comeback.
When you believe in India's growth story, you will be known for your acumen.
For long-haul FII who looks at India as still a promised land for a consumption and for a growth revival destination, that pretty much is in the game. This crisis has surprised, I would say delighted, and has given birth to a new cult culture, both locally and globally.
Nikunj Dalmia, only on ET Now.
Hello and
The stellar rally on Dalal Street takes a breather but manages to hold 18,000 mark. However, Sensex cracks below the crucial level of 61,000. Consumption auto IT indices are under selling pressure. Pharma metal indices block the trade. Karnataka Bank hits upper circuit after a strong show in second quarter. PAT almost triples and asset quality improves. Management says that the bank's profitability and margins will sustain.